Hey everyone, back with a quick shop update. It's been a little while since I've done a walk around and show you guys what I'm doing. So, we're getting our first glimpse of spring weather right now. It's a brisk 45 degrees outside, but the sun's shining, which is nice. Flowers and plants are starting to come up out of the ground. That means it's time for everybody in this area to get their shit together. So, including myself. I've been waiting for a break in the weather where I knew I was going to have time to be able to move things around in the yard and get some stuff done. So I've got a couple projects to work on. One's for my day job. It's machining some cutlass bearings. I'll show you that in a second. And the other one is building a flatbed for a customer, buddy of mine, and for an F-350. And then hopefully this other job will come through. Customer said he's just waiting for me. So it's repairing, you have to see, it's like a lift system for the back of this truck, like a little flatbed thing that drops out of the back of this truck. It's pretty cool. So if that comes through, you guys will be seeing that here in the near future. But I know it's been a long time coming since I've updated my YouTube channel. We'll do a quick update, show you guys what's been brewing. So the Spark Robotic XR84 CNC Plasma Table has been kicking ass. Love it. Zero issues with it at all. There's been a couple of bonehead moves, like forgetting to hook up the ground clamp and just dumb stuff, like not having the air on, getting pissed off and not knowing what I'm doing. That cable and that blue hose coming out of the wall, that's the power for my new building, power and the airline. So the airline's going to attach over here. We're going to run it up the wall to the ceiling here. This conduit that's in the ceiling, that power cord's going to come across here. I'm going to be working on that today. Drop down to the main panel there, and that's going to supply power to the new building. American Pacemaker Lathe is also on the must-get running list this weekend. The cutlass bearing job that I was talking about is right here. So what these are is the boat prop shaft runs in here, and these are rubber lined on the inside. The grooves are so the water flows through there, keeps them cool so it doesn't just get friction burned to all hell. Well, this is the old one off the yacht. You got to cut them out sometimes. They don't come out easy, and clearly a little bit of difference here. Flange is much bigger on this one, so I got to machine that down to fit, and I got to drill and tap 4 holes and then drill these holes. Yeah, I was going to just throw it up on the mill, my Excello mill, but I don't have enough knee height to do it. I'm probably about like 6 inches too high, even with the knee dropped all the way down to address that. If I had a different a rotary table instead of this indexer, this Chinese indexer, I may be able to get away with it, but it would be super close. I'm still not sure it would work. So option B is to get my lathe powered up. So what I need to do here is, I've got power coming out of here. My intention was to put a power box on this wall with a breaker switch, emergency shut off, but I don't necessarily need that because there's one right there on the lathe. So whatever I got to do here, depending on what I can get locally as far as wiring and everything, is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to get it powered up. Eventually I'm going to go through this thing still. The plan was to strip her all down, get her painted, and do a rough restoration on her, make her look brand new again. But time is money, and I'm out of time and I need money, and I got jobs waiting that need this, and I need to learn how to use this thing much better than I already know how. So I'm anticipating doing a bunch of work for my day job, and that means machining Aquanet 22. It's a very hard stainless steel. So, I gotta learn how to do it where I'm not tearing up stuff. And for me to do that, I gotta get her powered up. So that's the plan for the weekend as far as that's concerned. I gotta get some mounts and get these things sitting on the ground properly. Get the phase converter pulled off of the Excello mill, get her cleaned up, I got all the measurements. I got a DRO that I'm going to attach to her, but I don't have the scales yet. If you don't know what the scales are what send the signal to the digital readout, the DRO, and tell it its position. There's one that goes on the knee, there's one that goes this way, and then there's one that goes this way. So I got all the measurements on that. I just got to place my order for them and get them in, and then I can get all that DRO hooked up, which is going to be really nice to have. I'm thinking about removing the factory power feed on here. The factory power feed only feeds the table, you know, I don't know if it's X, Y, or X or Y, whatever that is, right? It only feeds that. It doesn't feed this direction. So I'm thinking about getting the power feeds the mount over here on the handles, specifically because those you can turn on and you can move the table around, move everything around real fast, and I'll be able to get one for here, and I believe I can get one for here. If not, what I plan on doing here is machining something so I can stick a drill on there and raise the knee up real fast and real slow, or real fast so it's not going so slow. That's a workout moving that thing around. So anyways, then a whole lot of cleaning up in here. This bandsaw is going next door in the new shop. This fuel tank over here for the equipment, that's going into the new shop. I'm actually getting ready to load it up in the Ford here. I got the Ford. Ford has been sitting on a battery tender for a while now, so she's all powered up, and I haven't ran her in a little while, so I just got her running. The old Kia, my old daily driver, has been sitting. I'm getting the battery charged up on that so I can get it running. Let's go over here and walk over to the new shop. I got to get rid of this mess here too. All that firewood has got to get brought in here. I don't want it in here, but for now that's where it's going to go. Got to clean up, you know, the leftover construction stuff in here, and just clean up the little bit of mess I've got going on. So here's the power box. There's the other end of the power cord and air hose. So I got to bring all that stuff up in here and run everything across the ceiling, drop my outlets and all that good stuff. Project Pathfinder has been sitting on a battery tender as well. She's ready for a lot of work. I've got a new transfer case, not new, but new to me. This is a factory Nissan transfer case. It's a TX10, but it's got 4:1 ratio Cal Mini crawler gears in it, and it's got a Slipio eliminator for the output shaft on the rear drive shaft. So that's going to go in here, so hopefully prevent me from smoking my clutch like I've been doing. This thing is very, very over geared, I guess. I don't know, over or under. It's got too high gears in it. So yeah, so I just got some cleanup to do. I'll stack that firewood next to here, and I got to prepare to get some more equipment in here. So I'm going to bring my old racks, steel racks that I had made for my old shop before I moved to this house, and get them temporarily mounted on this wall because I've got steel coming in and I need a place to keep it other than outside. Dodge is just sitting here waiting for the time to come for me to work on her. She's not high priority. Skid steer, sorry about the low light. Same situation. I got to get that engine pulled out of here and see about getting it fixed. The PT Cruiser you see peeking out of the shadows, that's a high priority job. I've got to do all the body repair on that. That car was hit by a motorcycle in the front passenger fender, so the hood, fender, bumper, and the window and the door need to be replaced. A little bit of, nothing crazy, but it needs to be replaced. Probably have to paint it. I need to finish off the paint booth. The flatbed I'm going to be building is going to be painted in here, so that's got to be, I got to get this finished off and get the lights in here, get all the power running in this shop. So I got lights going on right now, but they're just running outside via extension cord. So yeah, that's the quick shop update. If you guys are, especially if you're local and you got some work that needs to be done, you know, hit me up. We can talk business. I'm going to be selling material I do my CNC plasma cutting. If you guys need some work done there, or just want some decorative signs or whatever, hit me up. All the material that I'm keeping in stock is going to be up for sale. My long-term goal is to be able to stock a lot of material. Right now I don't have the budget to do it, but that's the plan. I plan on stocking a lot of material, whether it be metal or metalworking tools, consumables like flap discs and so on and so forth, and some finishing stuff, paints and spray guns and everything else. So we'll see how all that goes. I've got some equipment to get, and I've got some racking to build here in the new shop, and I've got some tooling I need for the lathe. So that's going to come when it's going to come. But like I said, the steel that I have available, it's up for sale. And if you guys need some work done, I'm doing this as a side gig compared to my day job for now. The eventual goal is to do this full time. Hopefully in the near future, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, thank you guys for the support. Talk to you guys later.